Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent content and hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and more. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out when we go live, when we have breaking news, or when we upload. In today's video, we got a couple of hot topics, not so related, but related at the same time. You know, it's been a while since we talked about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Jen Shah, who has been in trouble with the law. It's a poet and didn't even know it. Well, we have been following this story for quite some time. And look, Jen Shah is definitely in some serious legal trouble, but that's not what we want to talk about. We're hearing rumors from multiple sources that Bravo does not want this smoke. They are possibly, according to Life and Style, considering not bringing Jen Shah back for season 3. So if you've been following the collaboration that I've been doing with Fem Taro on her YouTube channel, she predicted that Jen Shah would not come back for another season on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But look, I'll post the link in the description so you can check out that video. But according to Life and Style, this is what they're saying. And this is a source that Life and Style has, says this: there's a good chance Bravo won't ask Jen back. Scamming the elderly out of their hard-earned money is as low as you can get. As you may recall, when Jen Shah was arrested, she was filming season 2 of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And we're hearing that Bravo is going to center the entire season around her legal trouble. Sound familiar? It just sounds as if Bravo really doesn't care about the people that she scammed, but more about what it will mean for them and what it will look like if they do keep her on for another season. Because if they really didn't want Jen Shah on the show, they could easily not have her on the show right now. But, you know, they like the drama. They like following drama. It has proven to bring in ratings. Look at Teresa Giudice. Look at the numbers that will be coming in for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills with Erica Girardi. I'm not sure if I want to see Jen Shah come back, especially if she is convicted of these allegations of wire fraud and money laundering and scamming people. But let's be honest, Jen Shah carried season 1 on her back. Some people had mixed feelings about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, but I thought it was a decent inaugural season for a new city. There are some cities that are still trying to find their feet. The Real Housewives of Dallas. Anyways, we will be following this story. There have been multiple things that have come out in regards to possible new housewives coming to Salt Lake City. I know there was a woman that they mentioned that will be that will be joining the other housewives in Salt Lake City. So we'll be following this story. I'm excited for the new season. Let me know if you're excited about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 2. Do you want Jen Shah to come back? But let's get to the real story that I want to talk about. Dr. Ian Smith, if you don't know, he's been on so many different daytime talk shows, news programs. He is one of the best in his field, especially when it comes to nutrition and diet, everything like that. Well, he was on the Karen Hunter show, and he dropped a bomb. I didn't expect this bomb, and I don't think Karen Hunter definitely didn't expect this bomb, but she pulled out the information from him. So in this conversation with Karen Hunter on her show, Dr. Ian Smith revealed that there was a talk show that was refusing to have Black experts on the show. The only time that they would have Black experts was for controversial topics where the Black person was involved in controversy. Look, I have to say I respect everything that Dr. Ian was saying, because Dr. Ian, he said this wasn't about him getting appearances on the show or on shows, because Dr. Ian he's brought on so many different daytime talk shows and news programs and shows. So he's saying that it's not about him. It's really about the other experts that can't get on these shows.
A long time. And I get on all the shows that you can imagine when I want to talk. I'm lucky that way. But there are a lot of people who look like me, who are equally educated, equally articulate, who are not giving a platform on major shows. And, you know, they won't bring on African-American or Latinx people of experts to talk about things like education or sociology or medicine or law. They will only bring us on when we're an entertainer or an athlete, or we do something salacious. There is a talk show with an African-American host, with an African-American executive producer, that has said to publicists, do not pitch us your Black clients. We are not a Black show. Pitch us your white clients. We don't want to be looked at as a Black show. Once again, it's an African-American TV host with an African-American executive producer. For those who don't know TV, that means that person's in charge of the show, who have sent messages to publicists around the country that do not pitch us your Black clients, pitch us your white clients. We are not a Black show. However, this show will continue to bring on Black experts when they do something salacious, when they're in the headlines for doing something bad. Then they'll bring Black people on to talk about that, but they won't bring us on to talk about COVID, to talk about education, to talk about the law, when we can look professional and experts. And I'm putting this show on blast because when white shows and white hosts don't let us on, we criticize them. But the same criticism has to be held for shows that are helmed and hosted by Black people that keep us off the airways. And it's just not right. There are a lot of brothers and sisters who deserve to have time, who have good information to share beyond Dr. Ian Smith. I know I get on all the shows. I've been doing this for a long time, but there are other people who are as good, if not better than me, and they can't get on, and that's not right.
And I'm sure you're all wondering, Kempire, what show? What show? Well, if you saw the thumbnail, then you kind of know. But Karen pulled it out of him. She went through all the Black daytime talk show hosts. Well, she had to first figure out, okay, was it a daytime talk show host? Like, who was it? Well, Dr. Ian said it was a show hosted by a Black person and executive produced by a Black person. I know that Tamron Hall is an executive producer of her show. I don't know about the other executive producers. I do know that Bill Getty, who used to produce The View, is also an executive producer on the show. Mind you, this show has won a couple of Emmys. It's been doing well, and everybody wanted Tamron to do well because of everything that happened at NBC and how she was pushed out from that. And the show's been doing decently. It's not a show I go to. I try to get into it. I try to support her. It didn't connect for me, but I was happy that it was connecting for other people. But hearing the possibility, okay, let me just rewind and backtrack for you. So, of course, Karen wanted to know, what's a talk show? So she went through a list. Was this a talk show host that dressed up as the Statue of Liberty and passed out on? Well, I mean, that alone would have told us it was Wendy Williams. But he's like, no, not her.
No, you're not gonna do that. No. What's the show?
You are old school journalist from the Daily News. We go way back.
I ain't got time for this. Is it a cable news show? Is it a talk show? Oh,
it's a talk show on a main channel.
Now, did the person pass out with a Statue of Liberty outfit on?
Nope.
Okay, it's not that one because she's had you on. She's had you
on.
Is it syndicated?
It's syndicated.
It's syndicated.
Yeah.
Oh, was this person formerly? Was she formerly on? Is it a she? It's a she. Was she formerly on cable and then was on NBC and then moved to her own show with her name on? Is it that one? Okay.
Hey, Karen,
I think we should call the name. Call the name.
Let me ask you a question. Karen, let me ask you a question. You know, as someone who is a pundit who's been on lots of shows over your career, you know how hard it is for bookers to book us on shows on national platforms. It's hard for us to get on those shows unless we do something crazy. So you know how bad I must feel. You know how bad I must feel that someone who's an African-American with an African-American executive producer would do this to brothers and sisters. It's wrong.
But you understand.
And basically we get to the nitty-gritty, and allegedly he's saying that is Tamron Hall, or alluding to that it's Tamron Hall. I honestly did not expect this story. I did not expect to be talking about Tamron Hall in this way. But I've seen comments before when I've reported on Tamron Hall, people's feelings about the way she moves. And when I say the way she moves, just the feeling of her show. He's saying, according to Dr. Ian Smith, he's saying that this show and their people reach out to publicists and things like that and ask for specifically, allegedly, everything I'm saying is alleged, and this is according to Dr. Ian Smith, that they are reaching out specifically for white experts on this Black person's show. And as you already know, it's already hard, and he really reiterates this in the Karen Hunter interview. It's already hard for Black experts and Black talent to get on any show on television, specifically a major nationally syndicated show. So for your own not to give you the opportunity, I literally was having a conversation with someone earlier today, and she was talking about her own experiences in life and how she's been able to do so many things was because people invested in her. So it is kind of sad when your own people do not invest in you and give you opportunities when they've been given the power to do so. And look, we've seen it so many times before. But if these allegations are true, I'm very disappointed in Tamron Hall. I'm very disappointed in the executive producer that he's alluding to in this. But then again, I've heard things about Bill Getty, formerly of The View, from Rosie O'Donnell, about his viewpoints on the world. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments on this Tamron Hall story. We will be following this. No word on if Tamron Hall has released any sort of statement yet, because this really is breaking news. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out when we go live or when we upload.